Hey, are you tired of the same old boring stuff? You know, the stuff that drives you absolutely nuts? You know, the same old, like, I don't know, the playoffs. We don't need no stinking playoffs. Or lions and tigers and bears, oh my. Or just some cliche. Like, we matter, 'cause you...
Meta!
Now let's kick on this show. Hello, I'm Ray Ray.
And I'm Chrissy D.
And tonight, we took a few days off. Yeah, I noticed that. But tonight we're going to talk about TV shows we love. Because we can. And because it's just a light weekend. And we were watching a bunch of things that really kick ass.
We sure did. We watched quite a few good shows. Let's see. We watched Lizard Lick, which is one of our favorites. Then,
And you know when you hold the mic that it makes all that extra sound that you don't need, right?
No, I did not.
All right. Well, when you hold the mic, it can make that handling noise. Yes, and we are live on the air, and I am saying that because we pick on each other all show. We do this every show.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry. I'll get back at him. I'll pick on him for something.
I'm sure you will. And they say smoke does your body good. Pass it on.
Puff, puff, pass, pass.
Yes, I was smoking into the mic. Now you've got second-degree cancer, bitches.
That's called secondhand smoke, you jackass.
Same damn difference.
See, I told you I'd get back at this dumbass.
All right, so anyway, we were watching some cool shows. Like we always watch, like the Lizard Lakes and South Beach Tow. But lately, I've been getting into the shipping wars because Roy just cracks me up. He's such an asshole, and I love him so much. And Jen's gorgeous, but at the same time, she's not all there.
She's, let's say, a fry short of a Happy Meal.
The whole fry pack. You kidding me?
That's why I said a fry short of a... Meaning the small fry that comes with it ain't there in that Happy Meal.
Or she's an absolute genius because she has everybody doing the work for her. So she's like, okay, I'm going to say I'm pregnant and you're my minions.
That's right. Minions. Work for me, minions.
So anyway, that is a kick-ass show. Jared is a total moron, but it's all right.
He's a moron, but I don't know.
Yeah, every character in that show is pretty cool. I like him a lot and everything. I like how things go, but Roy just cracks me up. He's
funny. He comes out with it, and he's straight to the point. And I like the fact that they tried to screw him over, and he was like, oh, no, you ain't screwing me over. Fuck you.
Yeah, he runs my business like I would run my business. Oh, wait a second. I'm working on running a business, so I guess I'm...
You said he's running your business. You mean he runs his business the way you would run our business.
That's what I meant. Damn.
I know.
All right. So anyway, we've been watching Full Throttle. I don't know if you ever seen that, but vroom, vroom, vroom.
I think he likes to watch all the biker chicks.
I do, and I like to watch that wife. That wife is so hot.
She's very pretty. She is a very pretty lady. I never saw his wife before. She finally came on for the first time that I saw. No.
I'm talking about the other wife. The lady with the freaking that acts like she's from doesn't act. She's probably from Wisconsin.
The one that's pregnant or the one that's never come on before?
No, the one that's pregnant.
Oh, yeah. She's very pretty too. Yeah, they're good cast.
I mean the other one isn't, bad either, but each has his own cup of tea.
True. And I do enjoy the show and I love to watch all the things that are going to happen. There's always something going on at the throttle.
Yeah, and that dude runs the business like I would as well. So, and take no shit, take no prisoners, just do your own damn thing and don't let anyone screw you over, because when you do let somebody screw you over, then you get the shit under the stick. Oh, wow, there goes iHeartRadio again.
Oh, well. You know what, though? I do. I like the way he runs his business because he's a no-nonsense person. And that's just how it is.
And I like how he says about thieves, I cannot stand a thief. I can't stand a liar, and I can't stand a thief.
Why work for a company and then steal from them? This guy worked for the Throttle for, I guess, a long time. He was like a chef or a cook or whatever at one of the stands. And he's stealing money and putting it in his tip jar. Who the hell are you to steal money from his business, put it in your tip jar, and then turn around and eat his food and drink his sodas for free?
Yeah, exactly. Plus, it's not like you don't make enough. Come on, man. I bet they make a killing.
He walked out of there with a full big Ziploc baggie. Still had it full of money after he paid back the money.
Yeah, he had like over like $500, $800. I mean,
exactly.
For 1 week or a few days. Come on now. Where are you going to make that kind of money? You don't certainly do it on here.
You know what? If I had worked there, if I worked there and I had money in my tip jar and I was hungry, I'd go in my tip jar. I'd grab let's say the hamburgers are $5. I'd put it in the register. I'd make sure the camera saw me doing it so they know I'm not stealing.
Do you have a tip jar often?
No, I'm saying, but if I worked at the Throttle, and I would pay for my food, and then I would take my food.
If you only seen, you would put money in a tip jar as well.
I would not steal from somewhere I work.
Alrighty then, I'm talking about your boobies, and you're talking about a tip jar.
Ooh, yeah, those would get me lots of nice tips.
So, anyway. Yeah, all right. So, like I said, we are huge fans of Shipping Wars and Full Throttle. Of course, the Lizard Lick and the South Beach Tow. I don't know what's going on in South Beach Tow. Everybody's going absolutely nuts doing things on the side and calling in help that they don't need. Eddie, you don't need help.
Eddie, stop making not Eddie. No, you got me calling him Eddie. Yeah, Robbie, you need to stop doing those business things on the side, you know? Stop trying to pick up them cars on the side and work for the other company. You work for one company, you work for them only. Your father's business that he gave to you kids. You don't belong doing that stuff behind your sister's back. That's not right. Yeah,
it's not right at all. It's not right at all when you have a family business and you take on things on your own account and your own accord. It makes your whole family name look like absolute shit.
Exactly. It does it. And his father took a long time building up that business, and I feel bad for Christy because Christy got stuck in the middle of all that garbage. They almost all got fired.
Yeah, but who's they going to replace him with? Some nobodies with no experience? That ain't going to help. Come on now.
That's why Christy didn't get rid of them. Christy, I think, just wanted to scare them into straightening up. Hopefully they will.
Yeah, okay.
But Perez, he's on his way out. Thank God. I still can't stand Perez.
He's been actually good lately. He hasn't been ratting on anybody. He's been doing his own thing. So hats off to Perez. Compared to...
Not to me. To Perez. I don't like him, and I just don't.
Yeah, the 2 birdie discount. That's wonderful.
He definitely got 2 birdie discount. My buddy, I like Robbie. I like all the characters on the show. But I don't know.
And I just have to say, not that I'm trying to switch shows and shit, but I absolutely love TNA wrestling. I don't care who says WWE is the best or whatever, but I'm a huge TNA wrestling fan. But I hated the ending. I don't care if it's part of a storyline or whatever. That was some punk-ass shit that I seen. AJ deserved better than that, and if the writers are going to write shit like that just for ratings, well, then they need to be canned as well.
No, they need to get rid of that douchebag that they got running it, because she's cheating. She's cheating every which way but loose. Somebody needs to take her in the ring and whoop her ass.
I think she's just trying to pull a stunt like Vince McMahon. I think she's probably a really nice fucking person in real life, but who knows?
Nah, she looks like she's a stuck-up little bitch who thinks she's better than everybody else.
And where there's going to be a bunch of people hearing this, right?
I don't care. I like AJ Styles.
Hey, we ain't got a pot to piss in anyway, so it don't fucking matter. You can't sue what you can't get shit from.
Exactly. I think we're just a bunch of little peons, and I don't think they're worried about us. Dixie Carter would look at us and be like, yeah, okay, they're just little peons. They're nothing. So
Yeah, they're not in my league.
Exactly. But like I said, she's a washed-up country star wannabe who couldn't make it as a country star. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't need to sing Black Hole Sun to know what kind of league she's in.
Exactly. You want to know true country singers? Dolly Parton. There's a ton of them out there. Reba McEntire.
But when
Those
was
are
she
real
a country
singers? I don't know. She did something, or she had some kind of thing she was doing. I thought it was a country, but I don't know.
I don't think so. She's just a daughter of a major, like, daddy that has, like, a company and just...
I don't know. Maybe she was in a movie, something. I don't know. I forget, but I could have swore she was somewhere.
It don't matter.
It don't.
I mean, it's all her daddy's money anyway, and she just needs to hand over the reins to some real professionals and just do her own thing.
Sit home and eat bonbons like she knows how to.
No, come on now.
No, seriously, she needs to find, honestly, she needs to find a hobby or something she enjoys doing.
She needs to get off that friggin'
high horse.
Thank you for cutting me off, Cart.
Hey, you do it to me a lot, so.
All right, so I guess turnabout's fair play then, maybe.
Yeah.
All right, so anyway, she's got big balls.
Yes, I do.
Tonight. All right, so we went with some shows that we like reviewing. All right, but that's not why everybody listens to us. They like to hear our crazy style, and they like to know what is going on.
That's true. We do have something crazy always going on. But, to be fair, I have to say, I can't really pick on Dixie as much as, I do. It's more or less because I enjoy the show and I enjoy the storyline or whatever it is.
Yeah, exactly. But people didn't come to listen to about TV show reviews.
Nah.
They really didn't. They want to know what is going on.
We're switching channels now.
All right, so while I'm talking, you're going to switch channels. Thank you so much.
Hey, turnabout's fair play.
I feel like a politician. Well, I was in the middle of my speech and... Speaking of which, who gives somebody the fucking right to fucking, if you don't get the law that you want or the thing that you want, you change it and you twist things. So any way you turn around, doesn't matter what the people think. Me and you don't matter. We're just fucking peons and shit.
Yeah, we're just peons in
but
the world.
Who gave somebody the right to, I don't know, change whatever the fuck they want whenever they feel like it? And if you don't like it, it's tough shit. It don't matter because we run things and you're shit.
Yeah, that's how it goes, unfortunately.
And all we can do is sit around like puppets and like wait and wonder what's going to happen. I mean, because absolutely nothing surprises me. If there were zombies on this face of this earth one day, it would not surprise me.
Me either.
If there was martial law and people were going in houses, it would not surprise me.
No, it wouldn't. You know what? I think if... I don't know. I think if there was zombies or something like that, I don't think people would know what to do. They'd be waiting for somebody to tell them what to do.
But it wouldn't surprise me one bit. I mean, if people look at their freaking IDs, there's a certain date that it says, that it's not used for, ID purposes. And I wonder... Well, why the fuck was I born here if my ID is not valid for ID purposes?
I don't know. I don't understand that myself.
I mean, it makes no fucking sense to me personally. And this is not even going on a political round because I really don't give a shit what politicians do. They add laws, they cut laws, they run around with laws. That's not about it. It's about fucking human fucking rights. It's about, as people, do we not have any fucking rights to do anything? Can I walk down the road and take a piss without somebody fucking, saying, well, I don't like this?
Or, hey, I'm going to tax you for that.
Exactly. I mean, am I going to get taxed to breathe? Okay, well, you went 5 feet down the road. Okay, we have to, you now owe us $1.
Yeah. Or, you drove your car 2 centimeters out of your parking lot. You owe me $5.
When
Who
is
knows?
enough enough? That's all I want to know. All I want to know, when is enough enough? When do people say, okay, I've had enough, and can legally, and I'm not talking about, going up to somebody with the gun and be like, okay, I'm going to blow your brains out. I'm talking about, when can somebody legally say, okay, we've had enough and we're not doing this?
And it's time for you guys to change these laws, and we're putting our foot down, and that's it. Is that what you're talking about?
No, it ain't even about laws. It's just about when is enough. People have opinions, and their opinions have to fucking matter. If their opinions don't matter, it's somebody else's opinions. And really, it's none of our opinions, because we're just fucking middle-class, fucking hard-working fucking people who have to bust their tail to support these assholes.
Exactly.
It's our fucking tax dollars or whatever that makes this fucking world go round, but yet everybody's in debt. How the fuck does that make any damn sense?
It doesn't.
And I'm not, like I said, I'm not going down a political realm, because I really could give a fuck less. What I am saying is, when is a fucking enough? You got laws on top of laws over laws around laws, and if somebody don't like it, okay, I'm going to make a law that can stop you from saying this or saying that or going here, going there. And if you make a comment, it's automatically racial. It's prejudice towards the gays, towards the straights, towards the women, towards the men, towards the boys, towards the old people, to the young people. Does that make any fucking sense? People need to grow a set of balls and instead just be like, look, it's just a saying. It's not that fucking big deal. You don't have to get upset over every little thing. Take your panties out of the bunch and grow the fuck up.
Exactly. Time to put your big boy and big girl panties on now. All right, now we got to switch the show to something fun, because our show's about partying and fun and all that stuff.
Well, I don't have a beer to have some fun.
I know. I'm sorry, babe.
All right, well, I'm going to go grab a beer. She's going to talk about animals for a moment, and I'm going to come right back.
About animals, let's see. Well, we have a bunny named Jackson, of course, whom I always talk about, but I think animals are always a good thing to have in your life, because they seem to brighten our day. You have a bad day, you come home, and there's your pet dog or rabbit or whatever waiting for you. It makes you feel good. As a matter of fact, I was watching a show today. It was about a dog. This dog was trained to help a handicapped man. He was in a wheelchair and never smiled, never anything. He was just really depressed. And he said he just didn't smile, didn't care. And all of a sudden along came this dog. And he must have dropped something. And the dog came over, picked the item up, and put it right in the man's lap. No reaction. The dog went over to the shelf in the store, or wherever the heck they were, grabbed a can, put it in the guy's lap. No reaction. Dog kept doing it till the guy finally reacted to it, just before he was buried by cans. I mean, it was crazy. I saw that and I was like, wow, that's unbelievable. I've never seen anything like that. It was cool. And then, of course, the dog died of old age, but the guy got another dog, so I thought that was kind of cool. I watch a lot of TV shows, and I watch some veterinarian doctor. He was delivering a calf, and it got stuck. It was gross. I was like, oh, man, that's a lot of blood. That was a lot of blood and gore and blech. And I watch scary movies, but that was just nasty. I had to turn the channel at one point, because that was just gross. Here's a vet sticking his hand up a cow's ass. I said, nah, can't watch that. So I changed the channel. But that was disgusting. What are you going to do? You can't help it. Sometimes you come across these TV shows and you say, what the hell am I watching? I don't know. It's crazy. But, what are you going to do? Then, let's see, what was the other show I was watching? I was watching a bunch of really good shows today. I just sat in my couch and just relaxed and watched TV. Enjoying my Saturday, playing on my laptop and just spending some time with our 13-year-old. So, normal Saturday is how we spend it. Just a normal, average, ordinary day. Hanging out. And, of course, our bunny, he did the cutest thing. I got him to stand up on his hind legs. He slaps me 5 with his nose. That was cute. Then I taught him to lay down. What else did I teach him? I taught him a bunch of tricks. Just using these treats. They were strawberries, but they were freeze-dried strawberries, and he loved them. He went absolutely nuts for them. I can make him do just about anything for those things. It's really cool. Then we bought him a maze that we got a Binky Bunny. And, of course, our son put it together, and he did a wonderful job. And our bunny, Jackson, loves it. He's crazy about it.
Are you bored yet?
Oh, thanks.
If you're bored, say, hell yeah.
Screw you.
Who really wants to hear about animals anyway? Nah, I love animals.
You love Jackson as much as I do, and you love Marshmallow, our female.
All right, so anyway, yeah, just put me on the spot, make me a little softy and shit. What the fuck?
Hey, everybody's got a pet that they love.
Yeah, everybody's got a pet that, maybe between their legs.
No. You got a best friend, and I know he loves animals. Actually, all your best friends do.
That's wonderful. Anyway, have you ever tried to get in a room with a broken door? That is just fucking nuts. So, if you weren't listening, okay, I'm trying to get back on the air like fucking 2 minutes ago, and the fucking door's all broke. So I'm trying to shut the fucking door. And she keeps talking about animals, and I'm like, wonderful, wonderful. Shut the fucking door. Hurry up.
Well, I'm figuring I can't leave the mic because what am I going to leave you guys just hanging? You guys are going to be like, where the hell did they go? Come on.
So here I go. I'm going to fix the fucking broken door, moving it from side to side, left and right. What happened was it fell off the fucking hinges. Whoever lived here before didn't know what the fuck they were doing. Or
just the wood was cheap and thin, I think.
No, I'm talking about like way back. This is like
this is an older
10,
place.
15 year ago
thing, yeah.
This ain't a thing where it's just okay. All of a sudden, it's pretty bad. But anyway, no one wants to hear about no broken doors, some animals, or some shit. Y'all want the meat and fucking potatoes, and I don't have any meat and potatoes, so here, have a fucking bologna sandwich. Would you like mayo on it?
A bologna sandwich, huh? Okay. Yeah, I don't like bologna.
And I'm going to sing some Rubber Ducky. Rubber
Please
Ducky, you're
sing.
the one who
Oh
makes bath time lots. Yeah, okay.
Trust me, that's not his style. He's more like the Throttle. Hard rock and heavy metal.
Yeah!
Yeah, he definitely belongs in the Throttle.
I do not belong in the Throttle. You could not see me hanging with a bunch of bikers or truckers. Come on now.
Hey, I don't know. Like I said, I've been to a party with a bunch of bikers, and these were the nicest bunch of guys. They're mean looking. Every last one of them were mean looking, but they actually turned out to be the nicest bunch of guys I ever met.
It would be like me screaming, fuck it all, fuck this world, fuck everything that you stand for, don't belong, don't exist, don't give a shit, don't ever judge me.
No, I think you just would enjoy. I think you would enjoy walking around looking at the females and probably looking at all the nice bikes.
And don't you fucking touch me.
Oh, God. He's on a kick now.
No, that's actually what I Crayolaed on the wall that I was talking about in a couple episodes ago, our last episode.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. And your landlord was not too happy.
Hell yeah, but it was an awesome collage. I mean, if I had a picture of it, it came out absolutely beautiful. It took me about fucking 4 hours with fucking Crayola crayons. That's not an easy job.
No. Was that living on your own or living with your parents?
Oh, no, I was living with roommates.
That's what I figured. I didn't think you'd do that with your parents. Knowing how strict they are? Nah.
No, I was living with roommates, and my landlord was a big old Jamaican dude. And I was putting Slipknot lyrics on the wall.
He probably thought it was kind of cool, though.
Yeah, he thought everything was cool until my buddy, who happened to live at the time, and his old lady got in an argument, and they accidentally slammed into his truck. He didn't think that was cool.
Well, no, I wouldn't think that was cool either, so I can't say I blame him there.
In the background and shit. Stop! What the fuck are you doing?
Oh, jeez. Well, that's what happens. Unfortunately, when you argue with your old man or your old lady, you shouldn't be out driving because that's what happens.
Well, girl ended up wailing on him. So that's why he had the fucking car and fucking drive and shit and had his foot on the brake, and she started wailing on him, so we let go of the fucking brake. And we went down and went,
well, I mean, I don't blame him, you know? She shouldn't have been putting her hands on him.
Hey, that's life. Shit happens.
Yeah. Well, no, the only reason I say people shouldn't drive when they're mad is because when you're fighting with somebody, like if you're sitting in a car and we're arguing, you driving, you're not going to be paying attention. Well, you will be because you're a good driver. But not everybody pays attention. They're too busy arguing with the other person to actually pay attention to the way they're driving.
Well, I appreciate you saying that I'm a good driver and shit, but there's been times where I've been they call me crazy driving. Then again, when you have to travel through New York, you have to make your own fucking spot, and if you don't, no one will let you in. If you don't believe me, go travel on that fucking George Washington Bridge.
Let me tell you,
and
New
see
York
if anybody lets you in.
New York is crazy, yeah. It's very hard to drive through. It's very difficult because a lot of the streets are very narrow, and there's a lot of quick turns and everything. So.
No, I was talking about on the highway.
Oh, on the highway, yeah. Still, that's nuts enough too.
Especially if you have southern plates, forget about it. No one wants you to let you over. It's like, no, fuck you. I'm like, no, how about fuck you?
Exactly. It's crazy. I mean, I've driven through New York and it is nuts. And I drove in a truck, so it was crazy enough.
I mean, it ain't nothing against New Yorkers. I mean, they're their own species.
Yeah, no, it's nothing against. We're not saying anything against them. We're just saying it's crazy driving through New York.
I mean, because anybody outside of New York will say that, they're mean, they're rude. But, I mean, if you lived in there, you lived in the city, and you've seen how life was, and you've seen how if you aren't rude and you aren't fighting every second of the friggin' day to get where you got to be, then you're going to be on the tail end of things.
Exactly. I mean, you have to be. You have to be mean and tough. It's just, that's how it is. If you're not, then you're going to get the crap beaten out of you. You're going to get money possibly, maybe stolen from you and, whatever else. You got to be tough like everybody else.
And then again, if you're down south and you start slamming trays, people are going to look at you like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, no, that's not cool.
So, I mean, you just got to learn the laws of the land. Don't matter where you live or where you're, traveling through, you got to do your homework when you're going through these places or you could end up hurt or fucking killed or, God forbid, anything fucking crazy happens,
Exactly, because you know what? Even when we've gone through down south when we were visiting, I always made sure to check my manners in the other state,
Well, it's funny, though. When I first moved out here, I was swearing at a machine, because it ate my fucking quarters. And I'm like, you fucking piece of shit. And the lady's like, who are you to swear at me? And I'm thinking to myself, does she not see me swearing at a machine?
She probably didn't realize it. Probably really thought you were swearing at her.
Okay, so now we've got helicopters or something flying her by.
Nah,
Don't
I think
stop
that's
us.
The train. That's our train that goes by every
Chugga
night. Choo
choo choo. Anyway.
But anyways, yeah, like I was saying, I mean, I just left my attitude or whatever you want to call it back in CT. I came through down south and I checked my attitude, left it there, and came in with a brand new attitude because you know what? That's the only way you're going to survive.
Please check your attitudes at the door.
Exactly. I mean, if you come into somebody else's state, yes, you should respect their state and you should be respectful. I walk into a restaurant or a store or whatever, it's always hello, how are you, good morning, good afternoon, whatever. I mean, I just think it's common courtesy, and I think people need to practice it more often.
Well, shit ain't as fucked up as it used to be. I mean, 10 years ago, I'd walk in the store and people would be like, Oh my, it's a Yankee.
I'm sure. I don't know. I wasn't, down south 10 years ago.
But I mean, now it's more lean back. But that's because, like I said before, that there's many, Southerners moving up north, and they're realizing that, well, they're not trying to take over our place. They are just trying to survive, because you can't afford to live up north unless you have a good job, good parents who, raise you with the fucking silver spoon or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
Or pile up fucking 18 people in one fucking house like Mexicans. And that's nothing against Mexicans.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's hard to live. I mean, you better have a lot of money. You better be like a doctor or something. I mean, it's crazy. It's hard to live.
Because I have no shame in my game. We've put, I think it was like 9 people in a little hatchback before to go to a concert. And we all enjoyed it. Yeah, we were squished, but fuck it. You got to live sometimes, and you got to do what you got to do.
Exactly, especially if you want to go, enjoy something like a concert, and that's the only way you can get there is by squishing it with other people. Hey, then that's what you got to do.
So if you're tired of fucking getting pushed and shoved around and, treated like garbage, and you want something to say about it, well, you can either join us. We're not doing Blog Talk tonight, but you can join us on a Blog Talk show to talk about it, or you can get a hold of us at info@twolocalradio.com, and we'll read what you got to say on the air. We don't give a shit. I don't care how crazy it is, how centered it is. I'll just say that it's from Joe Smo from Texas or Toronto or
Joe Schmo down
wherever
the road.
The fuck. From East Bumblefuck.
There you go.
That's south of West Bumblefuck.
Right, there you go.
On the east part of Bumblefuck.
Exactly. I mean, maybe not all Northerners are snotty, but I think some of them that do hold their nose up at everybody and think that they're better than everybody.
I think that's everywhere, though. I think there's some Southerners that think they're better than everybody. I think there's some Northerners.
Well, I've been around a few that think that they live in, I guess you can call it the projects. I mean, it's really not, but it is. It's public housing, and they live amongst all people like themselves, yet they walk around, these two people with their nose up in the air like they're better than everybody else. And I'm like, hello, you live the same place.
Well, let me tell you something. I'm from, I lived in, real projects. And I'm not talking about places that, are filled with different low-end people. I'm talking about fucking boarded windows, and you can go out late at fucking night and get shot.
Oh, yeah.
Projects. I'm not talking about...
I know right what you're talking about.
Little fucking dinky fucking places.
Yeah.
There's a difference. And anybody from the true projects knows there's a difference. And I get tired of, listening to this new music, which is crap. It's absolute crap. And I've been wanting to say this since we started our show about 6 months ago.
What new music is that?
Well,
that you think is crap?
Just the ones that, try to rep, the true projects, when I know hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people that were in true projects, and the only thing they're thinking about is getting the fuck out.
Exactly.
They're not thinking of anything else. They're definitely not repping the place. Nobody will rep a place where they see people dying every day, when they see their brothers and sisters getting stabbed.
Exactly.
No, nobody in the right mind would. That's just out of the mind. You got to be on some kind of drug or so fucked up in the head that you don't realize what the fuck's going on, because nobody in that environment wants to be in that fucking environment. If they wanted to be in that environment,
Exactly. I mean, in the true projects, that's where people get shot. Why would you want to talk about, oh, my buddy went out and got shot yesterday?
Well,
really? Come on. I mean, why would you rap about that kind of shit?
Well, I mean, it's just not rap. I mean, it's just in general. Well, I mean, I hear it from fucking people. It's like, yeah, I'm from the hood. I'm from this place. I'm from the... You ain't from shit. Because if you were really in the fucking projects and getting shot at, you have no fucking time to say, well, I'm from here. You're like, okay, duck.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, why would you brag about where you're from if you're from the true projects? Nobody's going to brag, hey, I'm from such and such projects.
Why do you think people make it, from them areas and then move?
Exactly. As soon as they can get out of there, or as soon as they get old enough to get out of the wherever, they're like, I'm gone. See, I'm going to college, or I'm going to wherever.
Exactly. I mean, it's just crazy. And the fucked up part about it is it's just like this whole gang thing. Okay, a real, true gang member does not say what the fuck he's going to do. If he's got a problem with you, he'll just shoot you. Period.
Exactly.
They're not going to talk about it. They're not going to say what they might do. That's just stupid.
Nah, they don't do that.
And I just get tired of the posers, the wannabes and shit. Tool said it best. Fuck all these hip-toting, fuck all these gun-toting hip gangster wannabes.
Exactly. I mean, come on, really?
But that's not anything against rap, and that's not the point I'm trying to make. I'm trying to make, you can tell who's real and who's not. And real see real. And I'm going to tell you, if you're in a really bad situation, in a really bad place, that all you're thinking about is getting the fuck out and when the fuck your next meal's coming out. You ain't thinking about, hey, I love this place. You don't love a place where you just ducked and somebody you knew got shot. I don't think so.
Yeah, no, definitely not. I mean, my mother lived in the true projects when I was born. And then as soon as she was able to, boy, she was up out of there as quick as possible, At the time, yeah, she was, she was unable to afford it because she was a single mother.
And the only time you're going to wrap the place is when you've already been gone. Then you could say, well, yeah, I'm from over here. Yeah, but that's wonderful. You were from over there, but you're not currently. So what business do you have to talk about where you were from?
Yeah, I know, exactly. I mean, it just makes no sense.
So, yeah, and that's that's the whole thing. And when I said new music, it wasn't just generated at rap. Rap is a part of it. But there's a lot of rap artists that are not signed that are really talented that will tell you the truth and will tell you street life and, what really goes on. And those are the kind of people I respect and shit.
That's true. I mean, like you said, yeah, rap was just part of it. I mean, that was just an example of it. But, I mean, it's crazy some of the stuff you hear in some of these songs.
Well, I mean, it's just like when you're hearing, okay, I got all this money. Well, if you really had all this money and you really weren't worried about things, then you definitely wouldn't be telling anybody. Because I'll tell you one thing. If I won the lottery tomorrow, I'd have 100 million motherfuckers trying to come up finding my place to shoot my ass just so they get the money.
Exactly.
That's why whenever you hear somebody won the lottery, they're not in the place that they were, unless it's a little town that like in the middle of the woods somewhere or something. Other than that, they're not there. They've already moved 5 states, changed their name, changed their ID. Why? Because it's smart.
Yep. Or if they did stay in the same state, they bought a house that has a good security system, plus a gate probably around the whole place.
So.
And I'm sure about 20, 30 bodyguards to go with it.
Yeah, and then, I got all this money. Well, really, if you had all that money, you wouldn't be bragging about having all that money, because I know a bunch of people that, for free, will come up and take your shit.
Exactly.
So just let us know where you're at, and we'll just send them your way. Not really, but I do know people like that.
Yeah, that's just stupid. Why would you brag? If I won the lotto tomorrow, I sure in hell wouldn't brag about it. I mean, that's just really stupid. I would rather, keep it quiet and move somewhere out of the way, like I said, with a good security system, a couple mean dogs, and some bodyguards to go with it.
So if that ticks you off one way or another, get a hold of us at info@2localradio.com and give us your opinion. Once again, everything that we say on our show is just our opinion.
And opinions like assholes, everybody's got one.
Nothing is fact, and our opinion could change day to day just because we're humans and we can change.
Exactly.
Except for all the stupid shit that's going on that everybody knows about, that none of us can do about it because either we don't have the money, the finances, we don't care, we're too medicated, we're too on higher drugs, we're too fucked up to care, we're too busy with our lives, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Let's call a ambulance.
Yeah, better get that ambulance there. Mighty quick.
So people want to know what is coming up. I've got countless emails about what is coming up and when are these fucking interviews taking place that we've said on, numerous shows that are going to happen. Well, I'm getting in contact with people, and I have this DJ from the Smoky Mountains. He'll be on probably, I'll say sometime, it could be as soon as tomorrow, it could be, next week. I don't have any final dates. I've got some interviews that should be taking place next week, but once again, I've got to get confirmation. You can't do shit without confirmation because people aren't going to show, and it's got to be something in concrete. If it's not, then you're walking on sand, and anyone who's walking in quicksand will know that it's just going to be a slippy slide all the way down.
Exactly. I mean, if we don't have confirmation, then we're going to be like, oh, yeah, so-and-so is going to be on this date. And they don't show up. What are we going to say then? Oh, well, we made a mistake.
Well, we thought
look awfully stupid.
We thought so-and-so was coming. Instead, we're going to find a replacement. No, the replacement's not going to show. So it's just going to be us again. Hi. Okay.
We made our show look stupid. We made us look stupid if we did that.
Yeah, we already look stupid enough. We don't need any else help.
Yeah, no, we definitely don't need anybody else's help. I think we can do that all on our own.
Yeah, we're perfectly handling, looking stupid.
Idiotism.
Idiotism. Is that a new word?
Yes, that's my word.
They need to put that in the Webster dictionary. That's cool as fuck.
Idiotism.
Do you suffer from idiotism?
A form of being an idiot? Are you stupid?
Are you absolutely pathetic for no apparent reason, just to be pathetic? Then you can try our new drug. It's called a Stens. It will make you smile and happy. Except for everyone that I've known try the Stens is not smiling and happy and has a fucking heart on the size of fucking Texas for 6 hours.
Well, okay then. I don't know where the hell Extends came from. We're talking about one thing, idiotism, and you're talking about heart-ons.
Well, that's what a Stens does. It's like another form of Viagra.
Oh, I know that, but I'm just surprised.
I've never needed any of that shit. Even if I did need that shit, I still wouldn't take that shit because it's just a waste of fucking time to me and money.
Well, not only that, but you don't know what that drug's going to have effect on you in the long run through the years,
Yeah, exactly. Actually, I don't know anyone who's tried a Stens, but then again, I don't hang out with dudes that are that are hard-ons anyway.
I hope not.
Well, I mean, no disrespect to those that do. That's their own thing. To each its own.
That's true. I mean, it is to each their own. I mean, if you need it, you use it. Hey, fine, There's nothing against you.
It's like I don't have anything against, same-sex marriage. Nothing at all. But I will have a problem if I see two dudes making out, just like if I see a guy and a woman making out hardcore in a McDonald's and my son has to come close to it. Doesn't matter if it's two men. It doesn't matter if it's two women or a guy and a girl. I have a fucking problem with that. The reason I have a problem with that is you're supposed to leave your fucking,
bedroom stuff in the bedroom.
Well, it's not even leave it in the bedroom, but, I mean, if I'm in a McDonald's, that's a little fucking overboard.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean by leave it in the bedroom. In other words, leave it home. At home or in a hotel or something. You're in a hotel room then. You don't do it out in public where people could see you. I mean, I have nothing against same-sex marriages. I have nothing against any of that. I mean, I know people that are in same-sex
The only problem I have with it, okay, if a normal couple is, like, making, out heavily, which I would have a problem with.
I would too.
But if a normal couple is making out heavily in a McDonald's where my son's trying to eat and he's just going to throw up, all right, that...
Or get embarrassed. I mean, he's at that age where he gets embarrassed easily.
Yeah, and you call the cops. They can arrest him for indecent exposure. But you try to do that with the gay couple, you know what's going to happen? They're going to claim the card.
Oh, yeah. They're going to say, you are being racist against us because we're gay.
Exactly. When it ain't got shit to do with it, it's just because you're making out in a McDonald's, which is making me sick to my stomach, just like it would a guy and a woman or two women.
Exactly.
Believe it or not.
It has nothing to do with whether it's same sex or male, female, male, male, women, women. Doesn't matter. It's just not supposed to be done in public.
So my point is, if the majority of people don't want something, right? If the majority of people don't want something, why press the issue?
I don't know. I never understood that myself.
And that's what I don't get. Why press the issue if the majority of people don't want something?
It makes no sense. Somebody doesn't want something, then don't do it.
Why go above that? Why go into court systems? Why go over here? Because my opinion is that we belong with equal. Bullshit. If you're wrong, you're wrong. If you're making out at a McDonald's in front of kids, you're wrong. I don't care if you're a guy, a girl, two guys, two women, a fucking dog and a monkey. It doesn't fucking matter to me. You're still wrong. You're in the wrong. It's still indecent exposure. And fucking deal with it.
It's still out in public. You don't belong doing that in public. No, there's no need for that. But it's funny because I was reading an article one day in a magazine about a woman that got arrested for breastfeeding her baby in a restaurant.
But why would you breastfeed your baby in a... I mean, how fucked up do you have to be to...
Well, it was an infant, so it was a newborn.
I don't give a fuck. How fucked up do you have to be fucking be like, okay... Come here, baby. Have my titties. Well, yes, I'm in the middle of a public place. Yes, people are eating. Yes, but that doesn't matter because I'm feeding my baby, and I have a right to feed my baby. I have a right to be an asshole. I have a right to be a bitch. I have a right. No, you don't. You only think you do. You only thought you did. You don't have that right. You need to learn respect.
Well, I mean, if you're going to do that, at least go into a bathroom or something, or have a room set aside for breastfeeding mothers. So the mothers can go into a certain room, shut the door, and nurse their children. And there's nobody in there but other breastfeeding women, so it wouldn't matter.
And that's why we're called Two Local Radio, because our shit is extreme. We talk about shit most people won't.
Exactly. I mean, or if you're going to do that and you're going out, then pump enough milk so you have enough to take with you. I mean, I understand, yes, it has to be cold. It has to be kept cold for a certain amount of time and blah, blah, blah and all that. And it goes bad quick and all that. But you know what? Then freeze it the night before. Take it out and put it in the bottles or whatever you got to do with it. And take it with you. By the time you get to where you got to go and you got to feed the baby, it's thought out.
And once again, these are just our opinions. That doesn't mean if I see something going on, I'm going to go, want a fist fight.
Or harass somebody. I'm
a little more mature than that. I believe that pedophiles, true pedophiles should be shot. That doesn't mean if I seen a pedophile, I would shoot him.
No.
You can't tell one from another because whether they're in a freaking registry or not, you can't tell if somebody's next door or not unless you actually know them and see shit. And even when you see shit, sometimes what you're seeing isn't what it is actually happening.
Exactly.
Your mind could play tricks on you, and your brain could make you over-relapse and shit.
Yeah, and make you kind of believe you're seeing something that you're not seeing. Not only that, but if a man or whatever is a pedophile, I think they ought to be snipped so that they can't get a hard-on, so they can be doing that to these children. That's disgusting.
Well, they need to see some kind of psychiatrist.
That, too.
Something.
And be put... I mean, I seen on a show one day about a guy who was a pedophile. I don't know what the hell show it was. A long
Preach
time ago.
on, sister.
And what happened was somebody was giving him this... Oh, I know what it was. It was Law and Order. Anyways, this guy was taking a medication so he couldn't get a hard-on anymore. And it actually burned his... And then he had some kind of accident. Another guy had an accident where he burnt his testicles and all that, so he wasn't able to get a hard-on. I mean, but there's things that they should do, preventive things, like give them drugs that will prevent them from doing it. Snip them, do whatever you got to do, you know? These guys don't need to be out in society anyways.
Get them a woman.
No, just lock them up somewhere with other pedophiles where they can get proper counseling and have a safe place to live where they're out of the community of where there's children.
Yes, but what good would that do? They lock people up with other people in prison all the time, and people come back out and they just end up going back. That makes sense.
Not a prison, like a home, a special home for them. You know, like a place where just pedophiles live. You live there permanently for the rest of your life, and you know
that's called a mental institution.
Well, this wouldn't be a mental institution; it'd be like a regular house or whatever the heck you want to call it, and they would get proper counseling, and they would, you know, it would just kind of they need to keep a better eye on these guys. They seem to get out and do the same thing over and over. What's going on?
And
you know?
it's not just guys. There's many women that
too.
are too. And I mean, it's a case-by-case situation. I mean, there's some things that, you know, that somebody's almost of age that they coax and they're at a party or whatever and just happen to meet them. And then the next day the kid or the parents are crying rape or whatever. And, you know, in that case, you have to look at things.
That's a different situation. But I'm talking about these people that go out and they grab these children to molest them or take pornographic pictures of them or whatever. It's just disgusting. I'm talking about those people, not the people that meet someone at a party, think they're 21 or whatever, or 25 or however old they think they are, and they turn out to be a young kid underage, you know? That's different. I'm talking about these people that actually go out and look for these kids. They stand in schoolyards and wait for these kids to come out of school or come out of their homes and grab them. I mean, come on.
Well, I don't know what the case is. I don't know why people do what they do, and I don't know why half the fucking people out there do the stupid shit they do. And I'm not saying, like I said, just because I have this belief that, you know, in my eyes, somebody should be shot, that don't mean I'm going to go out and shoot somebody.
No, we don't shoot people.
You know, that's just not common sense.
No.
Also, if anybody hears the show and, you know, and is upset, it's like, all right, well, I'll see them in person and I'll make out with my boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever. That's immature.
Yeah,
Grow up.
That is immature. But anyways, to go back to this thing that we were talking about, no, we have no, you know, we're not going to go out and hurt somebody. We've never hurt anybody. We're not like that. We're more mature than that. But I mean, there's also cases where people are sitting in jail because they were accused of doing something they didn't do too.
Well, that's because the law has never been about guilty or innocent like they want you to believe. It is simply about who has the money to get where and who's got the better lawyers to get what they gotta get. I mean, there's nothing more, nothing less.
Exactly.
People try to balance off the system, but you're never going to balance off the system.
No.
So if you fucked, you better realize you fucked and better find out ways to get unfucked, because if you're a poor bastard and you get fucked, you're up shit's creek and up the river.
Yeah, exactly.
You better pray to God or something.
I heard of somebody that got put in jail for supposedly raping somebody that they didn't do it to, and it turned out that the person had a boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever on the side. They had a boyfriend or girlfriend at the time, and the other person got blamed for it and is in jail because that person's an adult and it was a kid, you know, but the kid had a boyfriend and was sexually active or whatever with the boyfriend. I mean, come on, that's just crazy.
And don't hate on us because you disagree with something that we say. We have a right to our opinion. You have your right to yours. And we're not saying that. We speak for the people that are too afraid or won't have the balls to speak.
Exactly.
That doesn't mean people come up to us and say, well, hey, go talk about this on the show. They may not. We just say, you know, what other people feel. But don't shoot the messenger and don't hurt the messenger, because there's no fucking point in doing that. Because we're not the only show out there. There's a million other shows, and if you don't like this show, you don't listen. You change the channel and listen to something else. That's the mature way of things.
Not only that, but, you know, a lot of stuff we discuss on the show are things that we've seen or heard or, whatever else. We're just repeating what we've heard or seen on TV or in the news or wherever,
Exactly. And, I know for my fact that I've, lived a difficult life and I've gone through shit most people should not go through. I'm being as somebody who, whether I should say this on the air or not, but as a child was molested, I have my views on pedophiles. I do. And I seen the dude walk away. It is what it is, and I know how the courtrooms work, and it's about who has money and who don't.
Exactly.
And this ain't a political or government type thing. It's just the way that they want it to be. Whoever they is whoever they choose to be.
It's exactly right.
I have no fucking clue who runs this shit, nor do I care who runs this shit, because frankly, they don't give a shit about me, and they never will give a shit about me unless they feel I'm a threat, which I'm no threat because I'm on a damn radio and I'm not out picketing somewhere.
Not only that, but, who are these people that, there's a statute of limitation. I couldn't spit that out, boy. A statute of limitation of so many years. What the hell is that all about? There should not be no statute of limitation when it comes to molestation. That's just sick.
Well, that's just a touchy subject, and I'm going to get off that subject.
Yeah, I think we should.
I am going to say that we enjoy every subscriber we get, every view that we get, every person that, shares. We appreciate it big time. We're just for the everyday people. We matter because you matter. Your opinions matter. Your views matter. And, we love debating. We love to see different sides of things. So rather than get upset and say, well, fuck you or whatever, come talk with us. We love to share.
Yeah, tell us your views.
As long as you're intelligent about it. That guy that we had that's like, okay, well, I'm calling in a bomb threat, and I'm going to cut down on child pornography and shit, and can't have an intelligent conversation. Yeah, we heard you. We know what you were saying. Or just like a while back, we had this preacher, telling us we're going to hell and how our views are all fucked up and everything. I'm like, okay, yeah, well, we're sticking up for people when we're going to hell at the same time. Ah, fuck. We might as well go get a fucking boat and just paddle down the fucking river.
Let me tell you something. This guy said my husband does not know about the Bible and blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you, my mother-in-law is one of the not the most, but, the most Christian person I know. And she knows pretty much everything there is to know about the Bible. She's really good with the Bible. And she's been teaching him since he was a little boy. I don't think so. That preacher just did.
Everything that this dude had was a twisting. When I twisted it back to him and I said, well, hey, why aren't, you people, or why aren't, your people who, the so-called, diehard Christians out in the projects, working with the people that, are the lowest of the low, and I'm not necessarily trying to call them a low life, but, the people that are poor and trying to reach out to the fucking ones that need it. Instead, you're trying to reach out to whoever goes to your church. That's a fucking hypocrite. That's a fake. That's a phony.
Yeah, no, that's nothing. You're a nobody if you're going to do that.
Yeah.
If you're going to go into the projects and you see that there's a family that's hungry or maybe some kids that need some clothes or whatever, I mean, you just don't do that. You don't tell them, oh, well, you have to listen to this music. You have to go to this church. You have to put this much money in the pot. No, I don't.
Yes.
I pay what I can,
Your money. That's an old Suicidal Tendency song. You should listen to it.
Let me tell you something. That's brainwashing, I hate to tell you. And that's a sick thing. Because you know
Cha-ching.
what? People that don't have money, if you really want to be a real church, naming certain people, I won't name the church I'm talking about, but if you are a real church, you'd be in those projects and you'd be handing out food to the poor.
And it's not just the projects, it's other areas
Anywhere.
too. Because the bottom line is this, and this is how I'm going to end it. When Jesus walked the earth, he was out with the lowest of the low people in the worst conditions, not the rich. So figure that out. Anyway, I am Ray Ray.
And I'm Chrissy D.
See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya.
Peace.